Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Uh, I'm Dr. Habib Rehman and I'm from CHS. And my topic for today is waste disposal. We'll start with the learning objectives. And by the end of the session, inshallah, you all will be knowing these. Um, the learning objectives for this lecture are about waste disposal, that is, differentiate between various terminologies of waste disposal, describe, number two is describe the various ways to collect and dispose human excreta, the excretion produced by the humans. And number third is explain the water carriage system. And number fourth is differentiating between sludge and sewage. And the last one, the fifth one, is discuss advantages of different types of sewage treatment plants. Now, students, this is very important to know that these learning objectives have been forwarded by the JSMU, our governing university. And these are the main objectives that you must focus, and your teachers also should focus. And the examinations are based on these objectives. But we will be elaborating other terms as well. We'll start uh, the with the presentation and the lecture. Waste management, it is, as we all know, it is crucial, has crucial role in the environmental health. We all live in an environment, and to keep our environment safe and clear, and we must have some sound system to get rid of the waste material produced by humans, either from their houses or commercially or from the industries. Now coming, you inshallah all will be the doctors in the future. And as a future medical profession, it is essential for you all to understand the impact of waste on public health. And you should all be knowing how you can all contribute to sustainable practices. Now, sustainable practices that we'll be discussing that are based on the um, procedures that will ensure our future generations to have sound and clean humanly possible environment for the future generations. And we'll discuss other things. Now we'll start by understanding the waste. As we all know, it is any discarded material, including household garbage, construction debris, industrial byproducts, or packaging materials. Now you can all appreciate that these different bins that have been coded with different colors are actually meant for different type of um, disposals. Now, if you can go that the white color is for the garbage, that is the kitchen waste, and other colors are described according to the disposal choices. Now, moving forward, we'll discuss, this is very important topic, and about the terminologies, as I've already told you that these terminologies are mentioned in the learning objectives. Garbage is very important to understand. Garbage is the organic waste from households and businesses. Other than just understanding that we usually use this term garbage, but for our educational basis or according to the topic or the subject, garbage is only the waste that is produced by the households and businesses, and it has to be organic. It is the organic waste, mainly based on food scraps, spoiled foods, fruits, and vegetable peels, and coffee grounds. Example for these are apple cores, banana peel, moldy breads, all breads, eggshells, coffee grounds. Rubbish is different from that. It is non-organic, such as paper, plastics, glass, metals, and ceramics, often used with dirt and dust. Examples are plastic bottles, aluminum foils, cans, broken glasses, cardboards, and metal utensils like the cans we use for our drinks and all these purposes. Other than this is demolition products like debris from demolition structures like concrete, rubble, bricks, steel beams, roofing materials. Example is concrete blocks, wooden planks, metal pipes, roofing tiles, and ceramic materials. Now, last is, and now the fourth one is the sewage treatment residue. This is based on the solid materials remaining after wastewater treatment, and it includes sludge, biosolids, sediments, screenings. Example includes sludge cakes because the water is taken out and the sludge is left and it dries up and it forms like cakes. But and dried biosolids, sediment particles, and debris screenings. Now we will classify the waste and we are just continuing the terminology still. And there are three types of waste identified: solid waste, hazardous waste, and biodegradable waste. Solid waste, solid waste is based on household trash, construction debris, and industrial waste. Now, these terminologies are a little different from the terminologies we have already discussed. Now, we are actually concluding according to the presentation of the trash. Now, these solid waste, as we can all understand, it is solid, and now we have classified all these three. And disposal of these is also different. That for the paper, we use yellow bins, and for the bottles, we use purple. And for the garbage and organic materials, we use green. And for plastic waste, we use pink bins. Now discussing the hazardous waste. Hazardous waste is the waste that poses risk to health or the environment, such as chemicals or medical waste. It is true that every kind of waste poses some kind of threat, but these hazardous waste are very dangerous and they are based on chemicals or medical waste. Now, medical waste, there are hazardous waste can be divided into two. Medical waste is basically based on the general the waste that can be recyclable or non-recyclable. And other hazardous waste includes chemicals, toxic materials, pharmaceutical products, radioactive waste, waste from the blood banks, pathological labs, infectious materials, and plastics. And sharps. Sharps are those um, produce products like needles and blades, and that can be dangerous and should be disposed of in a very proper way. Uh, the third is the biodegradable waste. Of course, organic material like food scraps and yard waste that can decompose naturally. Now, if we just take care of these products, they can decompose naturally. That includes paper, vegetables, and kitchen waste. Non-biodegradable waste are plastics, metals, and batteries, and these have to be either taken care of by the humans, with their own understanding, and these are the hazardous form of waste as well. Now, understanding waste further, it is important for us humans to have a proper waste management system. Not only disposal, the waste in the management is also important. It is by preventing, it is important because we can prevent environmental pollution if we take care of waste management properly. And we can protect human health and we can conserve our resources. Waste disposal. We'll start with defining disposals. As you know, Benjamin Disraeli, the former Prime Minister of UK, once said, "I hate definitions." It is written in one of those epidemiology books, the quotation. But for further ado, we must at least go through the definitions for some understanding. Definition of waste disposal. Waste disposal is the safe and responsible management of waste material to prevent pollution and protect human health. It starts with collecting household garbage, treating sewage, and disposing hazardous chemicals. Process involves, of course, collection, gathering waste from homes, businesses, industries, and then safely transporting these from moving waste to treatment or disposal facilities using specialized vehicles and going to and then further do they go under the treatment processing waste through methods like incineration and composting. These terms are probably no, new to you, but we will be discussing these in our lecture as well. And then, of course, disposals, safely disposing of waste in landfills and through other approved methods. Waste disposal terminologies for further ado. Understanding these are eminent for us and they can manage waste effectively, minimize the pollution and protect environment. Starting with landfilling, incineration, recycling, and composting. Fourth one. You can all go through these pictures on the left, on the above. The first one is landfill. The second one is the incineration. The third one is the recycling bill. And the third one is for the kitchen waste or the garbage, and it is for composting. Regarding the landfilling. Landfilling is the process of disposing of waste by burying it in the ground. It involves the collection, transportation, of course, we have discussed, and deposition of waste material into designated areas known as landfills. Uh, if you can all go through this, this is near Karachi. It is in the landfill side of Karachi called Jam Chakul. And of course, you can see the people living there as well, which is very unfortunate. But this is one of the unfortunate realities of huge metropolitans like Karachi and other cities of Pakistan and worldwide as well. Now, uh, landfilling has typical types, sanitary landfillings. Of course, you can understand what does that mean. It is engineered to minimize the environmental impact, sanitary impact. And of course, if you can understand that probably what we are using is the open dump landfilling waste, that is uncontrolled sites posing risk to health and the environment. Of course, you can go through this picture again. This is the open dump landfill that even the people, little children, women are sitting there, living there, and they are under the health risk. But it is unfortunate. Now, regarding the pollution control, systems collect leak air to prevent groundwater contamination. And methane gas is captured for energy or flared to reduce emissions. Now, this is typically one of the issues that have been a challenge in the past years, and that in some landfill sites around the world, that methane gas was leaking, and the leakage, um, this um, this is the liquid that comes out from the landfills, that waste. And methane gas is, of course, the common gas, and it has to be burned or collected. And usually, people who are living there, they have threat of inhaling these dangerous gases. Challenges include limited land availability in urban areas, of course, inadequate waste segregation and recycling, and regular maintenance is the crucial to prevent environmental risk. Now, this waste disposal terminologies, and we are still continuing these topics. And these are the sites, landfill sites of Pakistan. Includes from Lahore is Mehmood landfill site, which is managed by Lahore Waste Management Company, and I suppose this is also maintained by a third party. one of the best over there. And of course, there is Gond Pass and Jam Chakro, as discussed, landfills by Karachi Municipal Corporation. Islamabad has I-12 landfill maintained by ICT administration. And then there is Diyala landfill in Rawalpindi and Varsak Road landfill in Peshawar. Now, the second way of disposing is through incinerators. Incinerators are facilities designed to burn waste material at high temperature for safe disposal. Right. And the functionality includes incinerators burn waste at temperatures of 800 and 1200 degrees, reducing it into ashes, gas, and heat energy. Types include mass burn, great combustion, fluidized bed, and crematories. Now you can see this is a complex in an incinerator, but in fact it is an incinerating complex. This is not in Pakistan, of course, but I've just included this picture for you all to appreciate. The pollution control equipped with air pollution control system and flue gas treatment to minimize emissions, subject to just strict environmental regulations and monitoring for compliance. Benefits are that it reduces waste volume by 90%. That is and recover heat energy is used for the electric generation or even for boilers for heating, and it also provides safe disposal of hazardous waste. Challenges that it poses is that it requires proper operations to control emissions. These to get when the waste are burned in these incinerators, the gases that are released are not just simply released in the air, but they are collected and different segregated filters are used so that the emissions of the gases in the air are safe and not a threat for human and other environmental and has little environmental impact. Now, also that this faces public opposition due to pollution concerns. And because there are residents usually near these incinerating systems, and in many situations, they complain about the processing of these incinerators. And the third one is that it should be used as a last resort in waste management hierarchy. Now, what is the reason behind this? It is that usually people think that there should be recycling and, of course, reducing of the waste material. That is very eminent. And this is why they think that incinerators should be used, but should be the last resort. Now, this is a flow chart that waste storage comes and this is feeded, and then there is combustion, burning, and the ash is handled and the air pollution is controlled, and then the filtered air pollution is emitted in the air, and heat is recovered, and it can be used for power generation um, or for boilers, and that is it. Moving forward, now these terms, the sites that are the more common incinerator, that is the one is in Lahore. Lahore Waste Management Company operates incinerators in Lahore. And also there is this private entity in Karachi called Saaf Suthra Sheher that also uses this incinerating um, uh, procedure for disposing the waste. The other terms after that incinerator and landfill is the recycling. Now, this is also important that we have been using and that incinerators should be the last in the hierarchy. Then what are the other terms? These are recycling, of course, turning waste into the new products, and of course, like melting plastic bottles to make new ones, making new, and then there is composting for the garbage, for the kitchen waste, making nutrient-rich soil for organic waste. Examples turning food scraps into compost. and then of course, and this concludes our first topic. And now we'll be discussing about our second topic, that is flush toilets. Now these are based on the ways to collect and dispose human excreta. These includes collecting human excreta, are flushed down toilets with waste disposal. These disposal of excreta are transported through sewage systems for the treatment of the plants for processing and disposal. And then the other term is the pit latrines. Now the collection is done in this system, are deposited in the pit dug in the ground. Disposal is done by once the pit is full, it is covered and the pit is a new pit is dug. The content may decompose naturally or require periodic emptying, as it is obvious. And then there is other ways of collecting human excreta includes composting toilets, that is collecting excreta. Collection excreta are collected in the chamber or the container. And then there is this sawdust or peat moss that is put on these excretas so that the waste value, the gases, the smell is reduced. The resulting compost can be used as a fertilizer. And then for the septic tanks, septic tanks are used for a collection of excreta and are buried in the tank. And disposal of the septic tanks is done that the solid waste that settles down at the bottom of this tank uh, is collected separately, while the liquid is collected and is drained in the field. You see that there is this septic tank adjacent to these houses, and usually in some bigger cities, even like Tehran, they are still operating through septic tanks, and there are different, very huge size septic tanks that are periodically emptied. And this is how even bigger cities that have 10 million of population can also operate through septic tanks. Of course, then there is chemical based chemical toilets that are for use. The excreta are chemically treated, and this is same way like the composting toilet, but other than using the sawdust or peat moss, we are using the chemicals. These chemicals help to break down waste, making it safe for disposal in designated waste treatment facilities. And then, of course, there is this biogas plants that are used, and the collection of excreta are fed into the biogas digesters. The bacteria break down the waste into anaerobic environment, producing biogas for energy and sludge for fertilizer. You can all appreciate this. Yes. This is also a biogas digester system. And of course, each method has its own advantages and considerations. Proper collection is important for disposal of human excreta. Now, moving again to the other system, and that is the water carrier system. This is also an important objective of the study of this lecture. Of course, toilets are based on water closet, that is a seated toilet connected to water supply and drainage system. And then there is a squatting toilet, commonly in Indian and Pakistani households. These toilets consist of holes in the ground with footrest on the either side. We all know this. We'll now move forward. These are connected to sewer networks. Underground pipes connect these pipes waste from toilets to treatment plants. In the urban sewer system, extensive and interconnected network ensures efficient waste transportation. In rural sewer systems, simplified systems or septic tanks, as I've discussed, that even in Tehran they're using this, are used. And Sewer network is based on underground pipes, and then there is urban sewer system. Of course, we discussed this issue and in the last slide as well. If you can all appreciate this, that there is this whole system that is planted or is placed beneath the road, and these different sewers and pipes connect the waste from the house into the main sewer system. And now this is transported and then it is disposed of. How it is used, gravity and pumping stations are used for this, and it facilitates waste movement through the sewers. Pumping stations are also used, installed in the areas where gravity alone is not sufficient. Now, the effluent or disposal or course, the discharge, the treated water known as effluent may be discharged into the water bodies, that is that riverine or the even the sea bed as well. Effluent may also be reused for non-potable purposes. Treatment facilities are sewage treatment plants have wastewater undergoes in this for treatment to remove contaminants and pollutants. Treatment processes include screening, sedimentation, of biological digestion, and for disinfection. Water carriage system has its own advantages, that it provides hygiene. It is very convenient. We all know this. We all live in big cities. Usually, we are living right now in big cities. And of course, it controls the odor, minimizes the odor associated with decomposing, and environmental protection. That properly managed treatment plants reduce pollution of waste bodies and prevent the spread of waterborne diseases. Water carriage system, whether utilizing water closets or squatting toilets, offer hygienic, convenient, and environmentally friendly solutions for waste disposal. Now, this is the other objectives, and we have to differentiate between sludge and sewage. Sludge refers to a semi-solid residue that accumulates as a byproduct of wastewater treatment process. It consists of solid organic matter and other polluted. Yes, in Karachi, sludge can be found in sewage treatment plants after wastewater undergoes various treatment processes. And sewage. Sewage is also known as grey water, is the water generated by domestic activities such as bathing, laundry, and dishwashing. It does not include sewage from toilets referred as black water. Sewage is produced in Karachi daily by households and commercial establishments. It consists of wastewater from kitchen sinks, bathroom drains, and laundry facilities. And this is one of the pictures from the sewage system. You can all appreciate that there is TP1, TP2, TP3, and other systems as well. Now, regarding the differentiation between sludge and sewage. About the composition of sludge, it is primarily consists of solids and organic matter and pollutants. And the sewage contains wastewater from domestic activities such as bathing, laundry, and dishwashing. The source of sludge is a byproduct of wastewater treatment process in sewage treatment plants, and the source of sewage is produced by household and commercial activities, excluding sewage from toilets. Characteristics, that is, sludge is thick, viscous, and odorless, while sewage is relatively lighter, less odorless compared to sludge, with higher water content and lower concentration of pollutants. Treatment and disposal is different. The sludge requires specialized treatment processes such as dewatering, digestion, and drying before disposal or reuse in land, while sewage can be treated by using simple methods such as filtration, sedimentation, and disinfection. Regarding sewage treatment plants, we'll discuss. This is the last topic of the discussion today, and it is based on primary treatment and secondary treatment and tertiary treatment. The primary treatment in the sewage treatment plants removes large solids, cost-effective methods for initial wastewater treatment stages. It is based on biological breakdown of organic matter and significantly improves the water quality. And in the tertiary treatment, it ensures high quality effluent suitable for diverse reuse of application. Again, the primary treatment is simple process. Secondary treatment is environmentally friendly, effectively removes the organic pollutants. And the third way is produces high quality water meeting stringent standards of various uses. Of course, wastewater treatment plants in Karachi includes Karachi Water and Sewerage Board, Kurangi Creek wastewater, Mahmudabad wastewater, northeast Karachi. Now, this is just for extra knowledge. It is not that compulsory. We'll move forward. And sewage system, again, elaborating the primary treatment plants, it involves physical processes to remove large debris and activated sludge is a biological treatment method where microorganism consumes the organic pollutants to wastewater. It follows by sedimentation to separate the treated water. Of course, the simplex system, it is the combination of the primary, secondary, and tertiary system. It combines preliminary, primary, secondary treatment processes and in a single unit. It's compact treatment system and is designed for small scale of application. Now, this is an example of the, on the left, it's the primary way, in the middle is the secondary, and tertiary has all the benefits of the treatment plants. Of course, we have all discussed these systems previously as well. We'll go through that advantages again. The preliminary treatment reduces the organic load entering the subsequent treatment stages, while the activated sludge process, that is the secondary treatment, produces less sludge compared to other biological treatment methods, reducing the disposal cost and the environmental impact because it is digesting the sludge. And the third method is, of course, the combination of primary, secondary, and tertiary methods. Of course, and it has the benefits, but it is used for smaller purposes. Now, this is an example for an exercise. Of course, sewage is the produced by household and commercial activities, excluding sewage from toilets, of course, because it does not contain gray water, black water. And of course, now we'll conclude our presentation and lecture today. Thank you all. And just to remind you to rethink, reduce, reuse, recycle, and then dispose. Thank you.